Years ago, some of you were younger or not born again, or not even some of you are not even yet in the church. In the early 2000s, there was a radio program hosted by a group of bishops and men of God, and they used to call it Operation Clean the Church. And these individuals had gotten out of their way to carry the mandate of cleansing the Church of Jesus Christ, as though his blood and word is not enough. And they started to attack every church they agreed with and they didn't agree with. And I used to listen to them those evenings. And many of the points that they made, majority of the points that they made against the men and women of God were true. These people they were speaking about were actually teaching either false doctrine, doing ungodly practices in the church, and all of that was wrong. But the method with which they spoke, they never ministered with love. They had a mixture of emotions of envy and trying to do good. And the bitterness in their heart led them to walk out of love with the people that they were fighting and the ministry that they were fighting, forgetting that God cannot rebuke without love. And they acted that they were in love, like some of them are acting on their radios and TVs, but the way they are speaking and acting, there is honestly no ounce of love, because love covers certain things. And so, young us, we received lessons of what not to do in ministry. A few years later, some of us who are a bit contemplative usually want to go back and do audit on some works. And so one day I went and wrote the list of those men and tried to do audit on them to see those ones which were cleaning the houses, what happened. One of them, I think at one point even ran mad. As he was cleaning other people's houses, God cleaned his house. If you know what I mean. He what? He cleaned his house. Another one I remember, I think one of them actually denounced the very faith he was fighting for and went into some other cult and doctrine that is contrary to the Pentecostal, charismatic, and evangelical teaching. The very guy trying to cleanse also lost it. Also his house was what? Cleansed. One of them, even his ministry fell, something like that, and also that one, his house. Then there was one, in that period, his wife left, and his marriage what? Died. His house also was what? Cleansed. So, I'm very careful about being a policeman in the house of Jesus.